Hi guys, this is an Empties. I don't know whether to call this the moving house edition because I feel like there's going to be another one of those before we move. We're moving in about 3 weeks time as I film this, probably less as you watch it now. But I've been going through my products and trying to use everything up. I think everything that I have right now is actually used up, so we'll just go with like monster empties, but we'll whiz through stuff because it's loads and loads of things. I am probably going to film something where I'm throwing things away that I just don't want, and that will be like a moving empties, but this is kind of a moving house edition monster empty stuff that had to go. This is very, very nearly used up, and it's the VO5 Give Me Texture Dry Texturizing Spray. I actually really like this. When it first came out, it's like the first thing of its kind that was like a drugstore product. It's the first thing that I'd used that was like this. In fact, it has enough left that I can probably use it a little bit and show you what it does. There wasn't a lot of other stuff on the market that did what this did at the time. Not, you know, that was inexpensive. I just love that. And so at the time I was like all about it. I was recommending it, was definitely in favourites and stuff. And I've almost used all of it. But since then there've been loads. I must have had 4 or 5 other products like this. Probably 2 or 3 of them were from VO5. So it's been the new thing, kind of texture, volume and all that stuff. And so I can't now say to you, wow, this is such an amazing product, because it's not, it's one of so many. But at the time I really, really liked it. So I would purchase it again if I didn't have so many others to go through. I have a couple of kind of strengthening products. One is the Philip Kingsley Daily Damage Defense. I don't remember where I got these from. I think they were in beauty boxes. This is anti-breakage, heat protecting conditioning spray. I don't think that this did anything special for me. I used it up, but it wasn't. I'm not impressed with Philip Kingsley products. I don't like the, what's it called, that everybody loves, elasticizer. I don't get it. It doesn't do anything for me at all. So, not for me. I often wonder if it's kind of made for a specific damaged hair. At the moment I'm suffering a lot of breakage in certain areas of my hair. I've actually just bought the Redken Extreme range. I've got the shampoo, the mask, the protein mask and the anti-snap. Just to like try and help anything that's left not snap off my head. Which is part of the reason that I did the whole like dark root thing, so I didn't have to keep bleaching it and distressing it with colour. So I have just bought those things and I will let you know how that is. I'm kind of thinking of maybe doing a diary with that and kind of seeing over time, because right now when my hair is wet, if I do this with my hair, clumps of it come out in my hair, in my hands. It's awful. So I'm thinking of maybe doing that. Let me know if you would like to see kind of a diary of breakage and see whether that really does affect anything. The other thing I had was the Paul Mitchell Strength Super Strong Liquid Treatment. This was really nice, it smelled really nice and it felt really conditioning, but again, it's hard to tell if these things are actually doing anything. But right now I do have that kind of damaged hair that I feel like if something was going to work, I would be able to tell immediately if it was actually helping. I think I have another one of these. Oh, I do. I got the Moroccan Oil Repair Conditioner and Shampoo. I used these when I had my tape-in hair extensions. They were okay, they smell really nice, but I wouldn't buy full-size ones of them. It's shampoo and conditioner. I would buy a mask, that kind of thing. I bought the Redken shampoo because I'm thinking it's part of a set and I'll use the whole system for a period of time and test it out and really see if it works. But other than that, I like cheap shampoos and conditioners generally. Garnier Body Intensive 7 Days. Someone asked me about this the other day because I forget what it was. We were talking about something to do with body lotions. We must have been, or I must have been, and she said, do you still like or do you still use the Garnier Body 7 Days that I used to rave about? And I had so many of them. I once did kind of a tour of my beauty cupboard and I had so many. I think it was when I subscribed to a magazine subscription service. I forget what it was, but a long time ago when I subscribed to whatever magazine it was, you got like all of them. So I must have had like 15 bottles of the Garnier 7 Day stuff, and I still have some full. This is years ago. They're probably not good now. But this was one of them that I actually finally used up. It's really nice. I liked this one for kind of summer. If you've been out in the sun, it's really nice and kind of refreshing. It's more of a gel texture. But yeah, I do still like those. It's just, you know, you've had something for so long and by the time it's finished, you don't ever want to see it ever again. That's kind of how I felt about Garnier 7 Days. I had so many of them. The Bumble and Bumble Colour Minded Sulfate Free Shampoo. I bought this again recently. Well, that's not true. This one was a PR sample, but I bought this recently. after having this because I was doing this with my hair because I thought that it would be good for stopping it from fading. Now when I used the first one I had very, very blonde hair, and I don't think that you have kind of a colour fade situation with that. When you have very, very bleached blonde hair, you don't want it to be brassy, but you want to use purple shampoos and stuff to counteract that. Colour-minded stuff, not so much. So, you know, I liked the texture of this. It made my hair feel nice and it smells nice, but other than that, I don't think it was kind of targeted for that. I think it's more targeted for what I've got right now. The other Bumble and Bumble stuff I've got was the Surf. I've got the Cream Rinse, which I'm pretty sure is a conditioner. And did I use the shampoo in my last Empties, or is it still in my bathroom? That's the question. I don't know. This was okay, but I wouldn't recommend it if you've got dry hair. The Surf stuff gives you kind of texture. It just takes all of the moisture out of your hair, because then it gives you that kind of, that's what texture is. You know, if you get a texturizing spray, if you get these volumizing sprays and Surf sprays, it's got salt in it. It's going to sap out all of the moisture and it leaves it with that. That's how you get the piecey texture in your hair, is because it's not silky and smooth and soft like you like it. It's crunchy and horrible. So I wouldn't recommend this if you have got damaged hair, because damaged hair has its own natural texture. It's not necessarily one that you intended on giving it, but it has. It's got that kind of movement anyway. This is more for hair that's very, very flat or fine and doesn't have any volume or texture, then it would be really, really good. For mine, it was kind of, could barely get a brush through it after using it, but I used it up. I then have the Bleach Blondes from Lee Stafford, the Everyday Blondes shampoo and the very, very dark purple blonde shampoo. This is excellent. If you do have, I always want to say if you have highlighted or bleached blonde hair, but if you do have highlighted hair, be very, very careful with how long you leave these things on for, because you don't want your highlights to stand out more than they should. If you end up overtoning a block blonde of bleach, it's not the end of the world because everything matches. But if you overtone highlights, you can be left with purple streaks, which will fade to a nice, cool blonde tone, but you'll be left with purple streaks in, you know, medium blonde hair, which looks kind of insane. But just bear that in mind, but that's my favourite blonde toner. I then have two Aussie, we've been on a shampoo and conditioner kick. Bear in mind when I tell you these things with Empties, I don't often use these things all by myself. They're a little bit more expensive or specialised than I do, but stuff like this, the whole family uses. Aussie Awesome Volume Shampoo and Conditioner, same as the Bumble and Bumble. Stay away from this if you have dry or damaged hair. It's not going to do anything for you other than make it difficult to brush. But yeah, the thing about the Aussie stuff, it doesn't smell the same as it used to, and I can't love it anymore. I used to love the Moisture something or other. It was my absolute favourite, and they've just kind of lost me now. The Superdrug Naturally Radiant Brightening Hot Cloth Cleanser. Really, really like this. Very, very gentle, a basic cleanser. It kind of smells like aftershave actually. I really like it. Might not be for you, but they also do a vitamin E one that smells like sun cream, which I'm not a fan of the scent of. This is really, really nice if you're looking for a cheap cleanser. Gets off all of your makeup, all of your eye makeup really easily, and well, I can't really say, I would never buy Liz Earle again. There are other cleansers that I really like. It's normally balms and oils that I'm like, ooh, this is a bit special. This one from Balance Me at the moment that I just love. But if you're looking for kind of Liz Earle kind of products, just that kind of creamy, just get this. It's just, I can't see, unless you have a reaction to certain products in kind of cheaper cosmetics or skincare, then I can't see the benefit of purchasing something more expensive. You know, each to their own, but for me, it's not worth it. Oh, I have the conditioner of the Bumble and Bumble Colour Minded conditioner. Really, really nice. This is definitely something. I love the conditioners from Bumble and Bumble. Shampoos, I can kind of take it or leave it. That one does feel really nice. It feels a bit, you know, like it's a bit special. But the conditioner is really, really nice. What else do we have? I have two mini Batistes. These must be from my holiday, so we've got a while ago. These have been in here. Love the Tropical. The Tropical is my favourite. Although, have you tried the dark Batiste? I've never tried the brown coloured Batiste, the brunette one. Because I feel like maybe I would need to try that now. I don't know. Every time I filmed 3 videos, I'm just looking at my lipstick in the viewfinder like, this is not for you. This is not the colour for you, Michaela. No. So if you're sat at home thinking that right now, don't worry. I know. I'm doing a 30 lips in 30 days challenge on my blog, and so I'm trying a different lipstick every single day. And this is today's. This is, I think it's called Paris Pink, and it's from Smashbox. It's nice in theory, but I think it needs a gloss or something because it's giving me the kind of dead nude look. I'm going to just throw this away at this point. It's the Bourjois, what is it called? Every time I get it out and I'm like, oh, it's this, and someone says, it looks like this, I just don't know. Healthy Balance or something like that. It's the Bourjois something powder. I really like that actually. It does oxidize slightly. It gives me that kind of slightly warm tone on my skin by the end of the day, which I don't love, but it's very, very fine, and it doesn't look powdery or cakey at all. I finally used up my Laura Mercier Ombre Vanille Honey Bath. I love this so much. When we move, I might treat myself to something from this for our new bathroom. I love this stuff so much. I have just the tiniest bit left of the body cream, and I'm thinking of putting that in our overnight bag for when we move house. So the first night, I've got a bit of a decadent body lotion to apply to feel slightly luxurious after a really stressful and grimy feeling day. I'm kind of thinking of saving that, but I love this scent so much. I was going to buy the perfume, but so many of you told me not to after you bought it and said that it doesn't last very long. So I think I'm going to repurchase something. The candle as well was amazing, but there's always the chance you'll leave it for a little bit too long and then you'll burn it out all at once, and then it's like, that was £40 or whatever it was. So I think I'm going to buy something else from the body range. If you've got a recommendation, let me know. The bubble bath it just smelled nice. I wouldn't buy the bubble bath again. The Witch Blemish Stick, which I've mentioned recently, I really like this. I like it for blemishes. I also like it for after waxing. So if you wax your top lip, then you can put this on afterwards and it prevents those awful bumps and stuff. I have two products very, very similar that I found in my drawer and I finally used up. I have the Pure Papaya Ointment with Calendula, Soothe Moisture Protect, and this UV Moisturising Skin Cream Concentrated Glycerin Formula. Very, very similar. I know I'm talking weird. The more I'm talking, I'm talking like I've got like cotton wool in my mouth or something. I've got some really bad ulcers, and I've mentioned this in every video so far, so if you've watched the other ones, it's like, nobody cares about your ulcers. I've got some ulcers here, and it's making me talk like this. So that's why I sound like I'm drunk. I'm not actually drunk. I'm slurring my words and I can't talk, but that's why I'm talking like that. These products are very, very similar, kind of that greasy Vaseline feeling, protective balms. They were okay, probably wouldn't buy them again. And then two last products, and then we're done. Oh no, that's not true, I've got two other things on my knee as well. Halo eye makeup remover pads. These were okay, but they dry out really quickly. And a little mini Bioderma, which was okay as well. I've tried Bioderma, I've tried much cheaper and easier to find, although I think this is in Boots now, but it wasn't easy to find once upon a time. I've tried other products that are much cheaper, and I don't think this is any better. Not for me, I don't care. I finally used this up. I think I've had this for years. Dove Hair Therapy Nourishing Oil Care Leave-In Conditioning Spray. I stopped using this because it was making my blonde hair really brassy. But I think that I've had this for 2 years. I really do. It's the nicest smelling leave-in conditioner ever. It just smells so good. All of the Dove hair care smells so good anyway, but this is really, really nice. I wouldn't recommend it, and I wouldn't recommend a lot of oils in general if you do have very blonde hair, but if you have anything else, then this is really, really, really nice. I like this. And lastly, I have the La Roche-Posay, I'm going to say Cicaplast, I don't know what I'm going to say. Can you remember shoes called Cica? I think they were Clark's own brand trainers. Cicaplast, that's where I'm going with that. Soothing repairing balm, I can say that. It's kind of like E45 type product. I want to say it's like pseudocreme, but it hasn't got that greasiness to it. It's great for loads of things, from nappy rash to kind of chemical burns. If you've put something on your face in skincare or something that's given you a bad reaction, this is absolutely amazing. I think this was the stuff. I did a mask, and my skin is really, really not sensitive at all, really kind of normal as it goes. I did a mask and it left my skin really flaky and red. This fixed it practically overnight. It's a serious wonder product. I've got another one already for when I need it, but this one I finally used up. It's amazing. It's so good for so many different things, and it's one of those things that's just really handy to have in, and it's probably something you could just leave in your first aid box. You probably wouldn't use it all the time skincare wise. It's on the pricier side if you were going to use it for a regular skincare product, but if you're using it as an emergency aid thing, it's completely amazing. Really nice as well if you've got little bumps and kind of like, I want to say breakouts, but it's almost like a rash. If I don't shave my legs every day or every other day, I get kind of bumpy thighs. It's not cellulite, that's the other bumpiness on my thighs, but kind of like a shaving rash, and this fixes that as well. It's one of the best products that you can possibly buy. The light in here doesn't know what it wants to do, it's like, woo. But that's it for my humongous mammoth empties. I hope that you enjoyed it, and yeah, if you aren't watching my vlogs, check out my other channel linked below. It's Diary of a Spendaholic. I put all my vlogs and stuff on there, and you'll see all of our moving prep, and when we do move house, you'll get the first glimpse of it on that channel. But I will eventually do a house tour when we're actually settled in as well. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.